Mr Speaker, we were so relieved to hear the Secretary of State was going to announce a scheme to allow Ukrainian refugees a route to safety after weeks of delay. But a press release is not a plan, and we are really deeply concerned about the lack of urgency. He went on TV yesterday to claim that Ukrainians could be here by Sunday, but he's just told us that they will still need a visa under the current application process. These are 50-page forms that have to be completed online, asking people who have fled with nothing to find an internet cafe to upload documents they don't have, water bills, mortgage documents to prove who they are. The Home Office has been incredibly slow in issuing these visas. As of this morning, only 4,000 have been issued. We are lagging way behind the generosity of other countries. We could simplify this process today. We could keep essential checks, but drop the excessive bureaucracy. He knows it. Why hasn't it been done? For weeks, the British people have been coming forward in large numbers to offer help. It's been moving, heartwarming to see the decency and spirit on display in every corner of this country. But can he clarify what exactly the government will be doing, especially in relation to matching families to sponsors? Because on his tour of the TV studios, he suggested several times that people who are willing to sponsor a Ukrainian family need to come to the government with the name of that family, who will then rubber stamp it. He can't seriously be asking Ukrainian families who are fleeing Vladimir Putin, who've left their homes with nothing, to get onto Instagram and advertise themselves in the hope that a British family might notice them. Is this genuinely the extent of this scheme? Surely there's a role for the Secretary of State in matching Ukrainian families to their sponsors, not just a DIY asylum scheme where all he does is take the credit. Can he please clarify what the government's role is going to be? There's been a lack of urgency to get people here, and there's still a lack of urgency to ensure we support them when they do. My honourable friend and I spoke with council leaders earlier today. They stand ready and willing to help. Why hasn't anyone from his department picked the phone up to them? I spoke to charities last week who he will ask to act as sponsors. They are acutely aware that the people who are coming will be quite unlike previous refugees. 2 million people are on the march, children alone, mums with very young kids, older people. The brutal reality of what's happening in Ukraine is that working-age people have stayed behind to fight. Now, they will have healthcare needs, they'll need school places, maternity care, social care. One council leader told me today that his city, which traditionally plays a major role in welcoming refugees, has only 9 secondary school places available. Has it not occurred to him until this point to pick up the phone to leaders like him before he went into the TV studios and promised the earth? These charities and council leaders are the same people who stepped up during COVID. They spin gold out of thread every single day, and what is keeping them awake at night right now is how we do right by people and keep them safe. It was only a few months ago that the Home Office placed a child into a hotel in Sheffield that they had been told was unsafe, without even bothering to tell the council, and he fell out of a window and died. Will he ensure that every council is contacted by close of play today? Will he work with them to do the vetting checks that are needed? They're experts in safeguarding children. Will he not just trust them, but support them? Will he put a safety net in place in case a placement breaks down? His department over the weekend confirmed that families who are left homeless in that situation will not be able to claim for housing costs under universal credit. Surely that can't be true. Surely we are not going to ask people who fled bombs and bullets to lie homeless on the streets of Britain. I suspect, Mr Speaker, he has felt as ashamed as I have to watch how this government has closed the door to people who need our help. People have been, he shakes his head, people have been turned back at Calais. They've been left freezing by the roadside with their children. We've had planes leaving neighbouring NATO countries packed to the rafters, except those to London, because this government has turned people away. The British people who've come forward have shown that we are a far better country than their government. But unless he gets a plan together, a real plan, not just a press release, all he is effectively announcing is plans to fail the people of Ukraine twice over. He said today that they have our total admiration, and they do. But they need more than that. They need our total support.